I presume you still remember sitting at the Seder, and one of the things that we said is the story of Rabbi Eliezer ben Azari and his friends, Rabbi Eliezer and his friends that sat and conducted the Seder. I want to remind you the names. Maaseh Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Yeshua, Rabbi Eliezer ben Azariah, Rabbi Akiva, and Rabbi Tarfon. Those 5 illustrious rabbis that were sitting in the Barak and they're doing the Seder. You have an idea who these guys are? I'm going to share with you some interesting facts, and it's particularly related to the Pirkei Avot, to the ethics of the fathers of this week. But before we do that, let us together recite chapter of Tehillim, chapter 124, for prayers and blessings for all of our dear brethren all over the world. And we should all already celebrate this Shabbos with Moshiach in the Beis Hamikdash. Shir HaMalos LeDavid, Lule Adonai Shoelonu Yemane Yisrael, Lule Adonai Shoelonu Bekum Aleinu Adam. Azai Chaim Belounu B'charois HaPambon, Azai Hamayim Shtafunu, Nach Lo Over Nafshenu, Azai Over Nafshenu Hamayim Ezidonim. Baruch Adonai Shoelonu Senonu Terev L'Sheneim, Nafshenu Kitzipor Nimdeto. Mipach Yokshim Apach Nishbo V'anachnu Nimlotnu, Ezreinu B'Shem Adonai Oisei Shomayim V'Oretz. Let us give some tzedakah on this Erev Shabbos. So, we, during the period of time between Pesach and Shavuos, custom to learn Pirkei Avot, ethics of the fathers. Chabad custom and many others is to learn throughout the entire summer. This week, we'll be learning the second chapter. Mishnah 15 says the following. Rabbi Tarfon says, Hayoim kotzer, the day is short, v'hamelacha meruba, and the task, the work is a lot. Obviously, he's talking about learning Torah and doing mitzvahs. There's a lot to be done. And the workers are lazy. He's not talking just about the unionized guys, but now he's talking about us. We're a little slacking off in learning Torah and doing mitzvahs. But he says, the reward is great. And the master, obviously God, doichek, is pushing the workers to accomplish more. But his pushing, his giving is the strength. That's what Rabbi Tarfon says. Who is Rabbi Tarfon? Let's get a little bit historical information about this illustrious individual, Rabbi Tarfon. Rabbi Tarfon was a Kohen. As a Kohen, he was a very renowned Kohen. He even heard one, the Kohen Gadol, expressing the Shem HaMeforash, which means God's full name, in the Holy Temple. Not everybody was able to hear that. He was also a close friend, and at one point he was even the teacher of the famous Rabbi Akiva. Although they had many differences of opinions, but they were very close friends. Rabbi Tarfon was a very, very wealthy individual. But he wasn't known for his wealth. He was known for one particular mitzvah, honoring his mother. We don't know what happened to his father, but honoring his mother. Many stories about it. To the point, the story is that whenever his mother needed to get off her bed, he would bend down. I guess the bed was high. He would bend down, and he would become a step for his mother to be able to comfortably get off her bed. In fact, when the mother became sick, she called the sages and asked, when Rabbi Tarfon became sick, she called the sages and asked them to pray for him, just in the merit of his exceptional devotion to me, to his mother, for the mitzvah of Kibud Em. He deserves to be healed. Another interesting anecdote. He was walking with his mother, and the mother's sandal tore. So he immediately lay down on the floor, put his hand underneath the mother's foot, and that's how he advanced, so the mother should not have to walk on the mud, on the dirt, on the stones, whatever it is. Until they came to destination, he was becoming the sandal for his mother. And interesting, the Chachamim said, the mitzvah of Kibbud Eim is even more than that. But that's what he was known for. At one point, Rabbi Akiva asked Rabbi Tarfon, Rabbi Akiva asked Rabbi Tarfon and says, would you like me to buy you 2 cities? You're wealthy. Let me do an investment. He said, sure. Okay. Eventually, Rabbi Tarfon asked him what happened with my investment. And he brought him to the yeshiva, the study hall. And he showed him, you see all those people? These are learning Torah from your investment. That's your best city you can buy. Rabbi Tarfon looked at Rabbi Akiva and he said, please, buy me some more. May God help that we should already meet them in the Beis Hamikdash this Shabbos, or before Shabbos for that matter.